Hey fellas, how you been? Well, I got done today about 5 o'clock. I had to turn and burn today. It took me off my normal run because I got to cover this run that they had me pick up. I'm in Seagrove, North Carolina, at a rest area which is about an hour north of Rockingham. Here, let me show you. I'll be leaving out of here about 2 a.m. Well, I shut down at 4. It's 5 now. Was talking to a couple people on the phone when I shut down. Just, catching up. Today was alright. It's Wednesday. Yeah. 2 more days, it's Friday. We all enjoy that, right, fellas? Yep. On this load, I normally don't. I don't do this load. But I'm covering for someone. I got to go up to near Mansfield, Ohio. I got 2 stops I got to do. And then I got to shut down. And then they got to broker me a load to come back down to the Carolinas so I can take my 34. But overall, it's been a good day. Traffic wasn't too bad. There was one part that they had a road crew on a 2-lane, so each side had to take turns going around while they were like cutting down a tree or something. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Couple swigs of my water concoction. From my last video, you know that I ended my 6-day fast. Went ahead and ate a T-bone steak and green beans and smeared it with butter. I'm not going to eat again until I think it's like Saturday, I think, is when they plan on taking me out to dinner for Father's Day. I got a couple comments on my last video. They're interested in fasting. And she asked me a couple questions, and I couldn't really do it all in a comment. So I'm going to be answering them in this video right now. Hey Heather and Charles. The question was, when I started fasting, did I build up to it? As far as length of days of fasting, because this time I got up to 6 days. I would have went longer, but I got a call from my oldest son and they want to take me out for the Father's Day dinner. Well, to answer your question, last year when I started this, it's not a diet, it's more of a fasting lifestyle. And on my refeeds, I eat keto so I can always stay in ketosis until, like, you know, a holiday or a birthday. You know, hey, I'll have something with carbs in it, and then go right back to getting back into ketosis. Like those biscuits I ate for my birthday dinner. I haven't had a biscuit since New Year's. But to answer your question, when I first started, I just tried to go as long as I could. I've always did a minimum of 72 hours. Because that's how long it takes for your liver to make sure all the carbs are out of your system, to make sure that your liver does that flip for it to start eating away at your fat cells to create ketones. Alright, I don't think I look as crooked now. Anyway, I can understand the hesitation. I get it. Depending how fat you are is how long you're able to fast. So if either one of you are a big, you might think I talk rude. I'm just blunt, and we're all grown here. Okay. If you two are a couple big fat asses, you can fast for a long time. All right. But this is just a suggestion, okay? When you start thinking about fasting, prepare for it 3 days in advance. So it's a lot easier on your liver to go right into it being used to not getting the calories. All right? Let me explain. If you're gonna fast that morning, or start it in the afternoon, all right, have your last meal be about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. That's if you go to bed. Let's say you normally go to bed at 10 or 11 or so at night. Just have your last meal around 3 o'clock. Don't have your last meal be just nothing but carbs. Okay? No sweets. Alright. No. And stay away from the starches. Your liver turns starches into sugar. Okay? What do I mean by starches? Well, you already know. All right, no potatoes, no noodles, no corn, nothing with flour, no biscuits, things like that. So, don't have your last meal be a big old plate of spaghetti, because it'll take about 3 days. If that's going to be your last meal, it's going to take about 3 days to have your liver get rid of all those carbs you just ate. And it's a mound of carbs. Okay? Before you have 3 days to prepare. All right? So let's say you had that big ass plate of spaghetti, okay? Don't start your fast for another 3 days. So have your eat once a day around 3 o'clock, okay? Have meat and butter. Those two are going to be your friends. So either I use pork steaks, and then cook it in butter, real butter now, no margarine, no olive oil, no canola, none of that shit, straight up butter. The ingredients should just say sweet cream and salt. That's it. And salt's going to be your best friend on your refeeds after you fast. All right. So, have a steak. Don't let it be over 500 calories. That's my rule. Like, I'm no expert, but I can only go by my experience. All right. Cover it with butter, salt and pepper it, and that's going to be your meal. Go back to the video where I made the video for Freedom Nomad about making these waters. All right? Start drinking these waters every day. Okay? So if you had that big ass plate of spaghetti, have your next 3 days, one meal a day, every 24 hours. Have it high in fat. So you got now you can use hamburger meat. Cook a half a pound, like a hamburger steak, and cover it with butter for the next 3 days. And after that third day of your high fat meal, do your 72-hour fast. Get yourself these ketone strips. See, rely on ketone. I don't know how to fix this thing where it's all in reverse. All right, and so to hell with it. It's everything's going to be in reverse. But get those. It's about, you get 50 strips. All right, monitor your pee. Okay, get it as dark as you can and stay there. The more darker it is, the more faster you're losing weight, because you're pissing out ketones for it to be picked up on the strips. And this is probably about $7-8 tops. All right. Let me see if I got a bottle. There you go. There's one. All right. See, that's negative. All right. Then you start getting into your colors. All right. Try to get in between these two colors in there and stay there. Your goal is to try to get to the end right there. All right. And the reason for that is, for your last 3 meals, 1 meal a day before you start entering your fast, I always try to do a 72 at first. Just have your waters with you. All right. Be sure to look back on the video I made for Freedom Nomad and get the recipe. Is because over the course of that time, your liver's going to get used to the high fat, which it's supposed to run off of. Okay? So your fat, when you go into your fast and you wipe out, you take away all the calories every day. And that's what helps you lose weight. It's a lot easier on your system. It's a lot easier on your liver. You won't have this you won't have thoughts of wanting to binge. Wanting to binge like goldfish crackers or something, you know, just because it's getting rid of all the carbs. All right, so you want your 1 meal a day for 3 days, high in fat. Like I said, so it eases you on into your fast. All right, try 72. So when you eat at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you do what you do every day. You go to bed, you wake up, and you're thinking, let's say you woke up at 9. You know, in 6 hours, that's another 20, it'll be 3 o'clock. That'll be another 24 hours. See how you feel. Now, the second day, you will start feeling kind of run down, tired, sluggish, and you might think about reaching for that Snicker bar or something to pep you up. Don't worry about it. That's what your body is supposed to do, is when you go through that, I'm so tired kind of feeling. But I promise you, at that third day, when you wake up in the morning on your fast, when you're deep into your fast, you will feel energy like you would not believe. It'll be like you'll feel like a whole new person, because that right there let you know your liver has flipped and start producing ketones from it eating your fat cells. See how you are at the end of the 72 hours. You can do it. And make sure you get a scale. So every day the day after every day that you have not consumed any calories, check your weight. All right, so you are accountable. It's like an accountability type of thing. I don't know what your goal weight is. Maybe it's the weight that you want to get down to when you graduated high school. I'm just throwing that out there, all right? And you can do it. At the end of the 3 days, eat a meal just like you did the first 3 days when you were preparing for your fast, before you eased on into your fast. Something that's high fat and no carb. Now you can throw in some green beans if you like. All right. Bacon bits are really good. Because see, the key is you want it high fat and no carb, because you don't want to spike your insulin. You don't want any spikes in your insulin. Because it'll stop, your liver will stop with the ketones if you spike your insulin. Bacon is just so low on the index, it doesn't spike you. Bacon is a good little nibbler, little snack. Butter is wonderful. Ever since I started this, now it's nothing for me to reach back there. Okay. Now a whole stick, you see each line right there? That's a teaspoon. All right. If it's a whole stick, it's 800 calories. So, so each line, okay, each inch, well, what is that? Inch, half inch, something like that. Each tablespoon is 100 calories. All right. So, if you want, take a nibble off of a piece of butter. You won't gain weight. All right. And I'd rather have one of these. I'd rather unwrap this and take a bite off of this than a Snicker bar any day. One of my biggest addictions when I was a big fat pig anyway, was potato chips. It's a potato, it's a starch. Or Doritos. Nacho cheese Doritos, it's corn chip, starch. That was my addiction. And so my favorites were Doritos and salt and vinegar potato chips. If you like potato chips like I did, or maybe you still do, get yourself a bag of pork rinds. I know they're popular up there in Virginia. I know they are. So get yourself a bag of pork rinds. 0 carbs. They're high in fat. And they give you that satisfying crunch like you get from, the sound and the feel that a potato chip would give you. So those are the little tricks that I do. Okay? But don't be scared. But if you want to do a like 24 hours first, okay, hey, it's alright. But shoot for that 72 hours. Let that be your first goal. 72 hours. From 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day till 72 hours. If you want to eat something then, eat maybe a quarter pound or half pound burger with cooked in butter and smeared in butter. Salt and pepper, use pink Himalayan salt. Don't use that table salt, that's shit. Okay? Go for another 72 hours. And every day, be accountable for your weight. Alright? I hope that answered any questions right now. Get back with me if you have anything, that you forgot to mention or want to know. I'll give you the best life experience now, not just advice. Life experience on this. This is not one of those Jenny Craig fad diet things. It's a lifestyle. It really is. Alright? Okay. Alright, Heather and Charles. Oh, you have a good day. And I'll be looking for your comments. And I'll answer everything the best that I can. Alright. All right, I got shit to do. I'm gonna upload this video. Check out your fellas' videos and call it a night. Take care.